Here we are. We're live. Live. Today we're talking about Robocop 2 from 1990. Yeah. Should we just get into it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So who's all seen this before?
That's what I was just going to ask because Mark and I were talking. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this before?
Nope.
Okay.
First time watching
Okay.
it.
No.
Nice.
What did you just like? Because you'd seen Robocop, the first one, before we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
So were you just like Robocop 2? Nah.
Yeah, kind of just figured it'd be
Yeah.
more of the same.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't like disappointed to be watching it or anything.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Watched it on your recommendation.
Yeah, I really like Robocop 2. Not as good as the first, but I just it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun flick.
I'm starting to get into Robocop now. I really like him. I think I
Well,
might go for the third one.
Be careful, my
Ooh,
friend.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Mark
That's what
Mark
I hear.
said he hasn't even been able to watch the whole thing, and I don't blame him.
I can't get through.
Yeah, it's pretty ironic. Everything they make fun of, in the boardroom scene where it's like, couldn't Robocop be environmentally friendly or something? They take that and do it in Robocop 3.
No.
Unironically, and it's so sad.
Oh.
It's just yeah. Is there any way we could look at the comments
Oh, yeah.
in case we get any? We got one person watching. Yeah, if you want to, Carlos, you can, but just tread with unease.
I want to
guess.
watch the cartoon now. I want to watch the
TV
live
show.
action TV
Yeah.
show.
You already saw the remake.
Yo, I'm ready. Yeah, I did watch the remake. That's right. I want to play the video games.
I want the video games are cool.
Yeah. They spawned a lot off RoboCop just from that
A
one.
lot of
movie.
merchandise. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yo.
it's funny they market it towards children.
Yeah, really interesting.
Same with Rambo. All these violent 80s films. Let's sell it to kids.
Yeah.
It's different
Kids don't love
times.
RoboCop.
Yeah, as a kid, I loved RoboCop.
That sounds like an
RoboCop's
idea
awesome.
from the OCP boardroom.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Why can't we market it to kids?
Right. And then they did, and it fucked everything. It hasn't been the same since. To me, this is the last good iteration of RoboCop that I've seen.
Yeah.
Well, it's the last one with the main character Peter Weller too.
That
right?
too. It's the last time with Dan O'Hurley as the old man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh man, I thought from the ending of this one, I thought, oh, they must wrap it up in the third one or something.
You think so, but nope.
Uh,
Nope. Yeah, I know Peter Weller was kind of hesitant to come back for this one because the suit was just so restrictive for him and just a pain in the ass. But I'm glad he came back.
I was watching an interview with Peter Weller, and he said that he would wake up at like 4 a.m. every day and go on a run and do a bunch of exercises, and then he'd go in, get suited up, and then afterwards he'd have to go exercise more, go swimming and stuff.
Yeah.
He was working real hard for this role.
Yeah, very much so. It's a lot of dedication.
Yeah. Quite the specimen.
Yes.
That RoboCop.
Yeah.
I will say, for my first watch through, I was really excited to see a lot of the same cast returning. Like we were saying, the old man returns, Dan O'Hurley, even the OCP guy, Felton Perry.
Oh, the
Yeah.
executive dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like the only one that survived out of the three friends. From
That's
the
not.
beginning.
This is the only other one he's in. Also, actually, he might be in the third one.
Oh.
Oh,
He
okay.
might be in the third one. I could be wrong. I try to erase that movie from my brain. But
Even Nancy Allen comes back.
yes,
The officer.
yeah,
Yeah.
Officer
Lewis.
Yeah.
Officer Lewis.
She kicked a little more butt in
She's
this
still
movie.
Yeah.
kicking ass.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
it.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It was cool to see a returning cast because you would think that like a sequel maybe they'll go down, because that's what I hear about RoboCop 3 is you lose Peter Weller as RoboCop, you lose probably a lot of main.
Nancy Allen comes back.
She does, okay.
briefly. Yeah, the sergeant Robert Duquoy. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Oh, yeah.
but he comes back for the third one.
Oh, cool.
They got back some people, but
He has a pretty minor role in this one.
Yeah, he
Right,
wasn't in this one too much.
right.
Still cool to see him.
Yeah, but to me, Peter Weller is RoboCop.
Right.
Like
Right.
everything else is just lackluster.
And maybe, these guys came back because it's just a really good story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Frank Miller wrote it.
Yeah.
Although apparently they adapted his first screenplay into a comic book. Apparently it's just fucking nuts. And
really,
honestly, a lot of people say it's just a shit show.
Mm.
they said
never read
the
it.
first draft that he gave him was just unshootable.
Yes,
Which
which
yeah.
is crazy.
They had to do a lot of script rewrites, I think, while filming. He's in the movie because he was on set. He plays Frank, the guy. When Kane puts the nuke in. He's like Frank, cut it with Surprise me.
When he puts the blue velvet in.
Or was it blue velvet that he put it?
So.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
like, we got
It's like,
options.
my teeth are clenching. Cut it with surprise me or something.
That's the guy.
Yeah, something or other. Yeah, Frank Miller.
And the kid and the chick are just like in the background.
Right.
Like, yeah, this guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
They love Kane.
Yeah.
He'll love Kane. Yeah.
Frank Miller, he did Sin City, I think.
Yes, he wrote The Dark Knight Returns. He wrote a lot of Daredevil.
I think that he might have had a hand in 300 as well.
He might have. He might have. I've never read 300, but he might have. He also did a lot of like X-Men and stuff. He was a very prolific writer.
Yeah, I like him.
Comic book writer, yeah.
Yeah. What we ended up with here was pretty good, I thought. The story and all that stuff. I like that it continues from the first one. It continues with the whole Delta City thing and Detroit and that storyline, and
OCP still running everything.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Even more so now. They're foreclosing on the police department, which
right.
seems very illegal, but in this world,
hey, in this world it flies.
Yeah, this corporate America.
Yeah,
and they still got the commercials, which I liked.
Oh my god! It opens up with John Glover, who's very prominent, and we just saw Gremlins 2. He's Daniel Clamp in Gremlins 2, something Clamp.
That's right.
He opens up. He's in that it's like
Magnavolt
9000 or whatever the hell, and it like locks the person in the car.
Lethal protection or whatever it is.
That was great.
Yeah.
The commercials in this and the second one or excuse me, this and the first one are just so fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the beginning one where they're like, the Amazon nuclear plant has exploded.
Oh my god!
And the only remaining rainforest, they're environmentalists calling it a natural disaster.
Yes.
And then the newscaster's like, but don't they always?
Yeah.
On to this next thing.
So great. It's just that snarky, smarmy humor.
Mm-hmm. And more of that, just giving us an idea what this world looks like. The world that would, create Robocop and allow a private corporation to run a government or police department.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're extraditing the police department or whatever. They're like, you can't pay, so we're going to take the city. What does he say? We're going to make Detroit private.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like, ugh, yeesh.
Yeah, no.
It's pretty scary.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
So it was your first time watching it again, or watching it, Rome. Mm-hmm. What'd you think about it?
I liked it. I definitely prefer the first one, I think.
Same.
Mm-hmm. I think I kind of came to the realization watching it that I don't know that, I like Robocop, but he's not what stands out to me as like the best thing about the first movie. I really like all the villains and stuff. And just the story and everything going around on it. So they kind of focus more on him, and they got like that, man versus machine angle thing, which is, kind of cool. It's like Terminator or Blade Runner, or iRobot, all that type of thing. But yeah, I was like, I don't really care that much about him as much. I'd rather see like the bad guys, and Kane is a pretty good bad guy, and like his henchman, the kid, is pretty hilarious. Calling all the ladies bitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just a 12-year-old running shit.
Yeah.
He reminds me of have you guys seen that? He's like that kid that dresses in a suit and does fast food meal reviews.
Oh god, the report of the week. Yes.
Yeah. He's like, my disappointment is immeasurable.
And my day is ruined.
Yeah.
You call him a kid. That guy's like older than us, I want to say.
Is he?
Yeah.
In the movie?
No. The report of the week.
Oh yeah,
He's old.
Yeah,
he's like
he just
few,
looks
or
like
maybe
the
a
kid
few
to me.
older than a few years older.
Yeah, he's
than
got
us,
like the slick. So the one scene where like the kid is doing the business deal with the mayor and all that stuff.
He's eating French fries in the suit or whatever.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I did like him, and I like the mayor. He's kind of zany and
this bullshit.
Yeah, he's
this
like
bullshit.
He's freaking out and all that stuff.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you, you all see now, bastard. This bullshit. Yeah.
But I thought it was funny. Like it was a little more humorous, I thought, than the first one, intentionally at least. I hope.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, I still had a good time watching it. Maybe like some parts of it were kind of slow. I thought it was a little slower than the first Robocop. But overall, I still enjoyed it. And as far as sequels go, it's a pretty damn good one.
It's kind of interesting. You're saying that. Do you think this one focuses more on Robocop?
A little bit, at least at the beginning.
Okay, because like there's a good stretch of this movie where Robocop is not in it.
What part is that?
Like
when they're doing all the mayor and the city stuff.
Yes, and like with the
executive,
Hob, the little kid, and Angie, the Kane's kind of like main squeeze or whatever.
Yeah, it's true. Like the second act kind of area of the movie, they're like setting it up and building up. Another thing too, I wanted to see Robocop 2, Robo Kane. I wanted to see him like earlier on. He doesn't even come in until like there's like 45-30 minutes left of the movie, pretty much.
Right.
But I thought maybe the fight was like a little anticlimactic, but
okay.
It was still a good time. I was like, yeah, this is what I want. RoboCop versus RoboCop 2.
Yeah, right. I like how they call him RoboCop too.
Yeah, I
Like-
did the little. He said it. he
Yeah,
said it.
exactly. Like it's meta to me in a fun way.
Yeah, exactly. There is that little bit of meta there.
Yeah,
Which I can always appreciate.
yeah.
Taking the piss out on themselves.
And it's just such a like it's a drug addicted robot. That's such an interesting concept.
Yeah. The little robot arm is
Yes.
like, gimme.
Yeah. You brought that up, I think, last week. Like they gotta have like those big containers of nuke to satisfy his addiction.
And I like the nuke, the whole like nuke story and everything going on with that. That's a good one. Just the chaos that it brings.
Oh yeah.
When police are on strike and all that stuff. Yeah, no, it was good. I definitely think I prefer RoboCop 1, but I only just finished it yesterday, so maybe after marinating a little bit more, I'll appreciate it differently. But yeah.
What do you think, Carlos?
I thought that it was fun to come back and revisit this universe, expand on it a little bit more. I mean, we open up with RoboCop just walking through the streets, blasting a bunch of people, hookers running everywhere, people are robbing each other.
Yeah, I like that sequence. It's so, there's an old lady pushing cans. This guy kind of like helps her not get hit by a car. Then he mugs her. Then the guy gets mugged by two hookers. And then the hookers, I forget what the hookers do. They like go and
I think they go to buy nuke.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And then that's when the criminals come and rob that store.
Yeah.
And that's when RoboCop shows up.
Fun showing the underbelly of the city and how everybody's just screwing each other over.
You could say it's like over the top, but it just works for this universe or this world that we've, come to see.
Yeah. I also like the idea of almost crowdsourcing or they're all in the boardroom like, maybe we should make RoboCop more kid friendly. Maybe we should make him more environmentally friendly and stuff. And just showing what happens when you kind of do that. You just put a bunch of directives into RoboCop and it messes them up.
Yeah, I like that. That was fun.
Yeah. He should only have the 3 prime directives. He shouldn't have a bunch of them in there.
Right.
Yeah. Did you see they took the 4th one out when they showed the 3?
Yeah.
The first one, they had the 4th one.
Right.
Yeah. That was cool.
Classified or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Not this time.
I also like thank you for not smoking. That's a great line too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I read, I don't know if this is true, but when this movie came out, they would show that before the movie started.
Yeah, they used it for a long time, I heard.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That'd be fun. Thank you for not smoking. Or no smoking in this theater.
I will say though, a little confused on what they were trying to do with RoboCop this time around. They're trying to like show him with his wife where he's all like, I'm not human.
Right.
And then like towards the end, they're all like, maybe he is human. I think the very last line of this movie is, it's all right. We're only human.
Yeah.
I actually really like that line.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big of a hit as the final line in the first film where I think he says his name.
Yeah.
Murphy. Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah. Murphy.
Which, in a way, I feel like it's the same ending.
It kind of is.
You're saying you're human. You're Murphy in the first one,
Right.
and in this one, it's okay. We're only human.
Yeah.
Kind of saying the same message. We don't really grow the character that much.
Yeah, it's like they explore it, but they never
exactly
get too far out.
It's a flawed movie, and I think that is where the flaws really show.
Well, I heard that's why Peter Weller didn't come back for number 3 is because he didn't have any resolution on his character at number 2. So he's like, okay, it's not going anywhere.
That, and I think he was sick of acting in the suit.
Mhm.
And he went and did the David Cronenberg movie, Naked Lunch, which was a much better choice than RoboCop 3. Yeah. So I'm sure that was a big aspect of it too. It's kind of just like, where can I go with this character?
Yeah. I thought that the choice of using a Tom Noonan as the new bad guy was interesting. I think he looks like a bad guy more than a Red from the first one, but he also didn't have the same like charisma as Red in the first one. I thought Red had a lot better lines.
Right. Yeah.
The bad guys in the first one were a lot more fun to hang out with, like the Joker laughing guy.
Yeah.
Or like I like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Ray Wise.
I do. Yes, and Ray Wise. I do like his character in the sense I like when they go to his hideout. He's got like Elvis's skeleton. And he's got pictures of Oliver North. It's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's just, to me, it's just like, I like that. It just makes the character so much, because he's an eccentric. It's almost like he's like a cult leader almost. Like Nuke is like his way to kind of like get people to sort of like buy into his whatever he's kind of shilling out there. Because he kind of like portrays that when because right when RoboCop goes there and he's in his hideout, they kind of capture him and fuck him up, and like he kind of gives this little monologue. He's like, Jesus had days like this, but like him, I will forgive you. He kind of like presents himself as like he thinks he's maybe like some kind of messiah or deity or something like that. It might have it probably could have been better, but
they didn't really expand on it.
Yes, yeah, but I still like it for as kind of lukewarm or whatever you want to call how it was executed, but I still like it. The scene where they're torturing the cop, I like a lot. He's just like, you don't have the kid leave for this. Why? You don't have the kid leave for this. Why? Come on, kid. Yeah, like I like that scene a lot. That was longer in the work print. They show a lot more of the blood. Cutting him up.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with the effects because they like don't even take his shirt off or anything.
Good old MPAA.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they would have, but there was more to it.
Right. Probably better.
Yeah. And again, I like that. It goes to show this, this guy means business. He's
pretty ruthless.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you can see their devotion to him when the unnamed chick, or maybe she does have a name, but the one
Angie, is it
with the kid?
And her.
Galen Gore?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the one that gets her neck twisted by Kane later. Yeah, but she's so like devoted to him, and when she realizes it's him, she's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter."
Yeah,
actually, kind of parallel the wife with RoboCop.
Right,
like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but yeah, the wife doesn't get her neck twisted.
Right,
Angie, I guess.
I like what she says in the torture. She's like, "You're just gonna scare him." He's like, "Doesn't he look scared?"
Yeah, exactly.
I like
and
that.
the kid turns away, and,
then he's making him watch. It's it's a good bad. It's a good bad guy. It's not a perfect bad guy, but it's good. I think it works for. And again, they were just writing the script kind of a lot of rewrites during this, which you can definitely kind of see because storylines just get kind of dropped.
Ideas.
Yeah.
The wife doesn't show up after.
Right. They just drop that plot line or not plot line, like kind of character development.
Right.
Yeah.
Just okay. We're done with that. Moving on.
Like,
but it's still I still like that. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I thought it was a fine sequel. Getting to hang out with RoboCop some more was fun, but it does have its flaws.
It does.
For sure.
Yeah. I must admit it does.
Could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
It could have been RoboCop 3.
Yes, it could have.
Yeah.
And I think they brought in, and it helped too, that Irvin Kershner directed it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just him and Miller, and I mean that right there would make me want to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know who what else he directed?
I think you were telling us last time he did a Star Wars Episode 5.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Empire Strikes Back,
baby.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
The king of sequels.
Yeah. Well, this is no Empire Strikes Back, but it's good. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. It's a pretty. I was almost gonna choose it in our sequel show for underrated sequels.
Yeah,
I was this close, but I went with Predator 2 instead because I think Predator 2 is a little better. But I do like this a lot.
Mark, what'd you think on your rewatch?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I liked it. I've always liked it from the first time.
So
unfortunately, I never saw it in the theater.
I was gonna okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But yeah, from 1990 on, I probably watched it half a dozen times easily. Good stuff.
I think it pairs pretty well with the first one. You can make a good double feature with this and the first one, I think.
Yeah,
rolls
and you
right
can
into
see, and you can see his growth too in his character.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about? Because they showed a lot of chaos before they brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was a good thing? Do you think there was too much chaos? I mean, we were just kind of sitting back and waiting for him to show up, or do you think it was a nice build up?
I think it's a nice build up.
Nice build up.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so. Yeah, I have so much fun with that scene. So
it goes along with the world building of the newscast, how they're building the whole world by telling the Amazon stories and the nuclear disasters and stuff, and then you start building up Detroit by showing how the crime.
You know what I think my favorite commercial is the businessman who I forget what he did. He let an account slip away because his communication went down.
Yeah,
and he kills himself.
Yeah, and then they're like
OCP communications. You'll never have to worry about a drop line ever again or something. This guy I watch on YouTube, his YouTube channel's name is OCP Communications.
Oh, nice.
Because of that commercial.
Cool.
That's awesome.
It's so dark and obviously suicide's not funny, but just how ridiculous it is.
Mm-hmm.
When Christian and I were watching it last week, I was cracking up. I was laughing my ass off. It's just so incredibly just nuts. and it's funny. It shouldn't be funny, but it's funny, and I think that's what obviously that's what they're going for, is satire.
Yeah,
and I think they pulled that off tremendously.
It's just how like depraved this whole world is.
Exactly.
They don't care.
Yes.
They don't value life very much at all.
Right. Yeah.
People getting shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you can rebuild them, but that's pretty non-standard. Actually, I really like the scene where they unveil the failed prototypes.
I was just gonna bring that's one of my favorite scenes in this too. That is, again, so goddamn funny.
It's funny, but it's also like really dark,
But that's what's so cool about it's I agree.
Yeah, the first guy, he shoots the scientist next to him. That's why the one's in the sling.
He's just there watching.
He's
still there the next day.
The main executive like slides away. Yeah.
And then it blows its brains out after it shoots everyone. Yeah. And
then the next one, he just rips his mask off and is like, Rah! He has like the
skeleton.
Yeah. And it's just kind of, it's so dark because like you think, how many other prototypes did they have? And I think they were doing criminals already by that time. So, again, they just don't value life very highly.
Yeah.
It's like, you broke the law, you deserve to die, I guess, or be a test subject.
But were they cops or were they criminals?
I think that was the problem. They were cops. And then the scientist lady was like, we need to use somebody else.
That's why they go with Kane, right? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is another interesting take. Maybe let's not use cops. Let's try to do some criminal reformation.
Yeah, it's different, and that's what I like about it. It's not just the same thing over again, because it's almost like they're making fun of that. Well, if we just did the same thing, it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, it would flop.
Yeah,
it would take off its mask and flop.
It would shoot itself in the head. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, because they used Nuke to control him.
Right.
So that was a really good idea.
Right. Yeah.
In theory, it didn't work out quite so well.
Right. Yeah.
he took control, but I was thinking they should take like some guy that was crippled or something, like a paraplegic or something like that,
right,
and then give him the Robocop body so he would actually like appreciate it.
In the 2014 Robocop remake, they do that. They like look at a list of a bunch of crippled officers.
Oh, interesting.
They're like, no, we don't want to use that one. Nah, that guy has too big of a temper. Let's not do that. Kind of interesting.
Man, why do you got to bring the show down about 2014?
It's not as impressive as this one where he's ripping his face off.
I still have not seen that, and I don't really plan on it.
Didn't you say it wasn't that bad?
It wasn't that bad.
But you don't need to remake RoboCop. What makes RoboCop?
Gotta get those updated graphics.
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't know, man. I'm fine with the graphics in the first one. I think they're pretty good. Same with this. I like the stop motion. So this movie came out in 1990, and let's not even go. All right, so it came out in 1990, summer 1990. By 1999. This would have been a CGI fest, and I really appreciate that it came out when it did, because I really like those stop motion effects in the battle at the end. It's just crazy to see like how much that decade progressed. Maybe in some instances not for the best, but it's just crazy to think like this movie came out the same decade as like Phantom Menace. That's just CGI galore.
Well, but this one has Kane's face on the screen, and it reminds me a lot of like the early CGI.
Right. Yeah, but you know what I mean though. Like if like they would have made that whole scene CGI.
Yeah, the stop motion was really good.
I like it. Yeah,
better than the first one even.
I
because I had to look and be like, is that stop motion?
Yeah,
and sure enough, it was.
And I believe it's Phil Tippett again as well.
Oh, nice. I was wondering that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, there's some CGI like in their fight. The RoboCop fight, I noticed like a couple poorly made CGI, but it's 1990,
right?
Can't hold it too much against them, and they don't make that the point of the shot. It's just kind of to get you through,
right? Yeah.
So yeah, and the face, like I don't know, I don't think they were really trying to make like some fantastic CGI or anything, like him screaming and all that, like
yeah
reminds me of a Mario 64. You can like morph Mario's face.
Yes exactly. yeah very much so.
What did you guys think of the OCP executive lady? I don't know her name, but the one that was the kind of pushing for the criminals and all that stuff.
Oh, the scientist lady.
What do you think, Mark?
Dr. Juliet, is that her name?
Yeah, I think so.
Last name
Juliet Fox or Fax or something like that.
What do you think?
She's fine.
Foxy.
Yeah, I liked her.
It's kind of interesting. It's implied she's banging the old man.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
That's how she made her way to the top.
Yeah,
because he likes her right away. He's like, who's that?
Yeah.
We should listen to her.
Yeah. And then he like drops her like right away at the end when
I love that.
Yeah.
I like Ruthless from the old
Yeah,
man. He doesn't
yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah, he's much more ruthless in this one than
That's life in the big city.
In the first one, yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw in one of the outtakes when they're walking out together. He says, "So do you want to go get some dinner or something?" After like all that carnage happened
that's
where everybody's
hilarious.
dead.
Yeah, I like he's like, this is very bad for business, Johnson. Gather up our best PR team or something like that. Something I forget what the exact line is.
It kind of gives you the idea that they're gonna get away with it. You know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Like yeah.
yeah.
Again, life is just has so much little meaning.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll be able to spin it somehow. And then what's it called? Not plant it, but put it all on her. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I thought was funny. I was like, why did he walk out with her? You know, like but it's like, who cares? I guess he
Yeah.
can get away with anything basically
Yep.
at that point.
True.
I just love the name too, Omni Consumer Products. They just everything.
Yeah,
We've got
yeah,
everything.
exactly.
We make Nuke probably. They probably manufacture it and sell it.
Could be.
I thought they were gonna go for that
Yeah,
angle,
could be.
like they didn't want the Nuke to die out because they're the ones making it.
Or maybe, but isn't it implied that Kane's kind of running it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he is. He's the
Yeah.
new Red Foreman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Clarence.
Right. Clarence Boddicker, yeah.
Ever since we watched the first RoboCop, I keep saying the Tigers are playing tonight.
Tonight.
Never miss a game.
Never miss a game.
Yeah, and I keep saying bitches leave.
Bitches leave. So funny. Such a
I
great
did
movie.
miss him,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But you got great actors and the characters die. You can't have them
I
in every
still
movie.
like Kane. I think Kane still works as a fairly somewhat decent bad guy.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Jonestown head.
Yeah. Jim Jones or
Jim
whatever the hell,
Jones,
yeah.
He's even got like a tunic on at one point, like a white kind of flowy thing.
Right. Yeah.
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 Definitely a cult leader.
Yep.
What'd you think about his robot design, RoboCop 2?
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
What do you
impressive.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think because again, it's not just I don't know. Even the designs of like the failed ones. Oh shit.
RoboCop 2, baby.
Like what was I gonna say? Like even the designs of the failed ones. Like no, I think you're talking about the line, right?
That's what I thought, but the line is there.
Oh, it's just
in the
the line.
city. It's
Oh,
a
no,
tall-
I'm just
it's a
pointing
tall
out
building.
RoboCop
Oh
2.
God,
Just Robo.
I'm dumb.
Pat, pat,
Yeesh,
pat.
this is why we shouldn't go live. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. X marks the spot. Also like he's got like the radioactive thing on him. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I
cool.
think it's a really great design.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of like a refined ED-209.
Yeah,
know.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene where like the ED-209 is just like slipping and falling in the street? or
Yeah,
whatever the
I
hell
thought that was
is?
funny.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
almost a callback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So funny.
but they say, it's been approved for 5 cities. So it just goes to show, like, doesn't matter. Money rules all.
Yeah.
See,
Are you implying it looks like the hunter kind of from
Halo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
think the
little bit.
design, especially in the helmet or the face part, it looks
Yeah.
a lot like the Hunter.
a
from
little
Halo.
bit? I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm sure plenty of video games took inspiration from RoboCop. too,
Yeah, definitely.
There's that scene where he's in Kane's before they dissect him. He gets put on that like magnet crane thing and like,
Right,
moved over. That reminded
right.
me of a level from Half-Life 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
They do the same exact thing basically. And I'm like, I'm sure the friggin' game designers loved RoboCop 2,
I
and
bet,
RoboCop
yeah.
1, and
Yeah.
maybe RoboCop 3. I don't know.
No. I don't know.
No.
No.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, no. RoboCop. He's just he's in the like our culture basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
his armor in this one too. It was a little bit more
Kind of bluish.
shiny,
Yeah.
purple, blue.
Yeah, I like it too. That's the only time he ever looked like this. They
Yeah.
went back to a lot more. So I'm kind of bummed on the slip cover. It's not doesn't look like that. They took that from probably like 1 or 3.
Oh, they got the
it doesn't.
older.
Yeah, it doesn't have the blue hue to it.
Mhm.
Oh.
But
He still had his gun though.
he still got he's got his crazy ass gun.
Was I imagining it, or did they show him moving around more in this one? Because I kind of thought it looked sort of goofy sometimes when he's like.
I think they do show him moving around more because I think the suit was a little more. I think they made it out of fiberglass this
Mhm.
time, and it was a
Mm.
little more movable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
did seem like he was kind of like instead of just back and forth with his arms, he was kind of like coming outward, like
Yeah,
stepping it a little bit.
right. Yeah,
Well, he was like that when they programmed all that crap into him.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
think he was more carefree. And
Yeah.
all
There-
that kind of
that
thing.
I think you're right.
They did.
Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah.
Physical acting.
Isn't the moon lovely tonight? It's daytime, Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's the little league team robbing the store.
That was pretty
That
good.
shit's so funny, man. Like,
That's
God,
so unexpected.
it's like, okay, where'd the robbers go? Where'd they go? What are you talking about? They're right here. Like,
Doesn't he shoot the coach and start reading him
yeah,
Miranda
yeah.
rights?
It's like you're reading Miranda rights to a corpse. That's when he goes. I seem to be having trouble. Like,
yeah.
it's for some reason it's kind of silly, but it just works for me.
He's what C-3PO could have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a lot of adolescent bad guys in this.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's true.
Again, the 12-year-old Hob.
That's one thing that you warned us about on the RoboCop one
I don't
review.
think
is,
I
like,
warned you.
watch out
I
for
was
the
like,
kids.
nah. Did I really? Did I say watch out? Or
Well,
did I warn you?
You said, oh man, who's the critic? The film critic.
Roger.
Oh, yeah, Roger
Siskel and
Ebert
Roger Ebert really
tore it apart.
said it was irresponsible and this that and the other thing. Who cares? It's a fucking movie. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
It's
They were
fucking fun. Come on.
They're like, it's going to encourage kids to go and do drugs and,
You
shoot up. Like,
Kids will see these movies. They will either sneak in or later see them on home video. And I think it's like, go fuck yourself. I've watched this when I was a kid. I didn't go fucking shooting up.
yeah,
bag
you're like, do as I
dudes.
say, bitch, to
Yeah,
your mom or something.
Yeah, exactly. I
Right.
wasn't smuggling or peddling drugs on the street after watching this. Fucking
Yeah,
silly.
it's like parents be parents. It's not Hollywood's place to
Exactly.
police.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. It's a fucking movie. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
I thought the kid worked.
I
pretty well.
did too.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Me
did
too.
too. I think he's fun.
Yeah,
He's not even really that bad of an. He's a fairly decent child actor.
Yeah.
I like the kid almost kind of serves a purpose too, in the sense that he's like, can't shoot a kid, can you, fucker?
Mhm.
And it reminds him of his son.
Mhm.
I thought that was kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Again, not really delved upon that too, but it's kind of showing that he still has these memories of his wife and his son and everything, and when he was a human being.
I thought it was a lot of fun too. The kid, he's pretty badass. He like opens up a window and he just starts machine gunning a bunch of people.
He's got like a little interesting Uzi looking kind of thing.
Yeah,
or
I was
the
something.
briefcase Uzi.
I was
Yeah.
watching the prop
Yes.
department. They designed it to look like a radio, and then you just pop it open.
That's so cool.
Like
I
a
like
James
that.
Bond.
PDW.
Yeah, I like that.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Didn't the director do a James Bond movie too?
he
Like,
did.
Never
He
Say
did
Die
the
or something?
Never Say Never Again. Like
Oh.
it was like it was weird. It was when Roger Moore was still making them, but they brought back Sean Connery for that one. It's like not technically. It was made by another studio. It's really weird. But
Oh.
yes, I think he did do that. I think yeah.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
felt when he had the and they actually don't they have a briefcase gun in? Is it Total Recall? I want to say
Even?
there's some movie where I've seen like I think that we watched on here that had a
does sound
briefcase gun,
What?
Oh, was that Double Team?
It might have been Double
Oh,
Team.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
which also I remember you said that reminded you a little bit of James Bond, the spy,
Right.
kinda
Yeah.
stuff going
That's
on.
one aspect I liked about Double Team. There's
Yeah.
a few aspects I like about Double Team.
Yeah, so I like that he had that and he was able to turn around on the cop. But Lewis, she was ready, kicked his ass anyway.
Yeah.
Like drove him against the wall a couple
Yes.
times.
Yeah.
on her
That's
back.
right. He's like strangling her. Like it's like
That's right. I was like,
it's
he's giving her
so
the Italian
yeah.
necktie.
Like that's fucking 12-year-old kid beating up an adult cop. Like,
Yeah, he just whipped out the Garrett.
is it politically correct? Not really, but that's what's kind of fun about it. Like it's just so fucking fun.
It's not a politically correct world.
Exactly.
Definitely.
They kind of poke fun when it's pretty like self-aware when they turn RoboCop politically correct. That's when he sucks.
Mhm.
When like he can't do this, he can't do that. It's like nice or foul language causes foul feelings or whatever he says. Bad language, bad feelings.
Mhm.
That's when RoboCop sucks. And I like he takes it upon himself to like go electrocute himself.
Yeah.
He just like goes out. He just walks outside and just like fucking
I thought
rides-
that was
rides
a
the
funny
lightning.
resolution to it.
Yeah.
Like, it was that easy to just
Resets himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he's like, "Put me down."
Yeah.
He was back. They didn't even need to work on him.
Yep. Yeah.
That was
and there
one
was
thing.
and there was nothing. They showed his readout.
Uh-huh.
And there was no directives or anything.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
wiped.
Clean slate.
And
Yeah.
that's when he went to get Kane, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I was hoping when they got Kane, they would do like a Murphy from the first movie where they just fucking execute the shit out of Kane, but they didn't quite.
She just like takes him off life support or something, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. She
'Cause
like, looks in
it's-
his eyes.
It's
and-
I like that scene where he's in the van, RoboCop's on the motorcycle, and they kind of like almost play chicken or something. in a way.
yeah, and he
Mhm.
jumps through the window.
Yeah.
I did not expect him to jump
I
through
like
the
that.
window.
I thought it was fun.
I was
like
ready for it. And
Yeah.
I kind of
wasn't-
laughed, but
wasn't
it was
disappointed.
It's silly, but it's a silly. It's really this whole thing's a silly concept. So it's
Mhm.
just like
Mhm.
fuck it, just go at it.
That chase scene too. RoboCop grabs onto the side of the van and he's like getting scraped against the wall. I thought that was a
Right.
crazy effect. I don't know how
Yes.
they achieved that.
I don't
one,
know either, but
But
it,
that was scraping up
it looked
Peter
really,
Weller's back.
it looked really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked it when he hit the pole. Boom.
Yeah.
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 And then he jacks the guy's motorcycle too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Terminator or something.
Right. Yeah.
I need your motorcycle.
Need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what
Oh,
else.
You know what I really liked? The very on the nose, when they're at the presentation at the end and they got like the red logo for OCP on the curtain and stuff, and he's just like standing up there in front of everybody, totally like the Nazi, symbol and everything.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious, I guess.
Yeah.
They were like, if you didn't understand in the first one that corporations are bad,
Yeah.
here
Here
you
we
go,
go.
baby.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
literally
here we
Nazis.
go.
We're taking Detroit
Yeah.
private.
Exactly.
And
I
then
like-
even the mayor's corrupt though, which is funny. Like,
I don't. Have we talked about the mayor yet? At
That
least while we're live.
I was impressed by his
Just mention
performance. I
Yeah.
really liked the mayor in this
Same.
one.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was interesting because OCP's saying the drugs are bad. We want to get rid of them, but they're also crooked because they're making these killer robots.
Right.
Whereas the mayor, he's trying to strike deals with the drug dealers.
Yeah.
but to get out of debt with
To get out
Right,
of debt
right,
with them.
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know who's right here.
Yeah.
Maybe
Exactly.
they're both wrong.
Yeah, it's
I think
interesting.
they are both. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like the politicians are corrupt too a little bit because they have that one city councilman rat out the mayor to OCP. That's how they
Right.
knew to send Robocop 2 there
Right. Yeah.
to kill him.
Yes.
Have you guys ever seen that show New Girl? Zoe
No.
Deschanel and stuff.
No.
A little bit.
The mayor reminds me of one of those characters in that
Okay.
movie. I can't. Or in that show.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember
I
his
think I know who
name.
you're talking about.
Yeah, but the way he's like freaking out. He's like,
Yeah,
"Ah!"
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bastard, this bullshit. Some reviews at the time said that they didn't like that character. They thought, I don't like to, I don't mean to bring race into this, but they thought he was like a poor representation of black people.
Mm,
I think
see
it's
that.
just, I think it's just the character. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he's black.
I mean, whether it was a white or a black guy, the mayor's still like
I
not
think
all there.
he
He's
would
not a
have
perfect
acted the same, I
politician.
would imagine. I don't know, but regardless, I like the actor's portrayal as well. I think it's fun, and just you can just tell he's just fucking stressed out and losing his mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, they're murderers. Yeah, the overacting is just kind of part of the whole. At least these first two,
This is really bad, but I laugh when the kid calls him a queer. don't be a queer.
Oh yeah,
When
that
he's
was
like,
hella funny.
yeah, like again, not politically correct at all, but that's what's kind of funny about it.
And it's a
A
12-year-old
12-year-old kid
Yeah.
calling the mayor of Detroit or telling him not to be a queer. It's just like,
Yeah, he's trying to
'cause
bribe him. And all
yeah,
that.
exactly. He's like, yeah, we want 50, and he obviously is talking 50 million. He's like, wait, you want $50? I think that's when he tells him, don't be a queer.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Oh god.
That's just what the kid could think to say.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
oh man, it's
No, everybody's over the top.
yeah,
For the most part,
yeah.
and that's how I like it. I like
It's,
it like that.
movies with killer cybernetic organisms. It's
Yeah.
like kind of.
He's not a robot; he's a cyborg.
Yeah, it just fits.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like the ending fight between RoboCop and RoboCop 2?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it worked.
Yeah, I
It
like
was
it a lot.
fun.
I like how he goes, let's step outside. My favorite Superman movie is Superman 2, and Superman says that to the bad guys in Superman 2. He goes, he's like, Zod, care to step outside? And then they go and fight.
Mm.
So I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it's
Similar.
and I like that.
And the old man goes, behave.
Yeah.
Yeah, behave yourself. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun climax.
Yeah, I like when he pulls out his brain stem and like throws it on the
Oh
ground
my
and there's
god, yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
we didn't even talk about the brainstem. That's a
Right.
really cool effect too.
and it's still got
With
the
the
eyes
eyes.
attached to
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
I like when they again, it just goes to show like how desensitized everyone's is in this world. Like they cut its skull open, take the brain out and everything, and then one of the surgeons I was like, all right, anyone want to go for lunch? Or
Yeah.
something? It's just- everyone's just so like not affected by anything anymore.
it's a derelict world.
Yeah.
And that's parallel to the city of Detroit itself. I like all the shots of the city and it falling apart and all those like industrial areas.
Right.
They don't go to the steel mill in this one; they go to the sludge mill. I think they called it or
Mm.
something.
Okay.
And that was
Yeah.
where he was making. He had his big warehouse, I think.
Yeah.
Kane, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like seeing all the shots of, urban hell Detroit, basically.
I think it works for this.
Mhm.
When he goes to the mill, he gets torn apart. Basically, they saw
Mhm.
him in half and stuff, and then drop all of his body parts off again.
Yeah, that was cool.
that was kind
I
of
think
interesting.
you were talking about that.
Yeah,
It's a good
I like
effect when it's like an animatronic of Peter Weller's face. I think it's fairly decent. I
It
think
re-
it's a decent effect.
It reminds
agree.
me of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall when he's dressed up as the old hag lady.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
and then they like open her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of like the same effects.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Mhm.
Do you think this movie would have been better if Paul Verhoeven were attached to it?
Maybe.
I mean, that's a tough question, but not gonna lie, man. Like, I as much as I think Paul Verhoeven's fantastic, I think it worked out really well because we got this movie and then we got Total Recall.
Yeah, because he didn't work on this one because he was working on Total
I think
Recall.
he also maybe I don't know the whole story. I think maybe something where maybe they weren't. It might have been a money issue, or maybe he just didn't like the script or something. But you know,
He didn't like the first script either.
That's true. That's true. And I don't know. Maybe he just. I don't think he ever has done a sequel. Maybe he just isn't a fan of the idea of sequels. Regardless, I think it worked out great because we got that, and then we got this.
Yeah. Kind of laid the groundwork for it too, you know. And I felt like they followed in those footsteps well. You know?
Yeah.
As much as a director can have an effect on that type of stuff.
I agree.
Yeah. It was a different guy that wrote the screenplay, right? In the first one too. I can't remember.
I forget their name.
But it wasn't Frank Miller.
No, Frank Miller. I think he wrote the screenplay for the third one too.
Oh.
But I think he was much less involved with that one compared to this one because again he was on set. That's why they threw him in the movie. He was on set every day, kind of like doing rewrites. I was like, let's put you in.
We need a random scientist.
As the guy, making the drug. Yeah.
You make
they just call him Frank too. That's his character's name is Frank. It's so funny.
I like the name too, Nuke. You know, because it's like from the first one there was that Nukem commercial. Yeah. So it's just like I don't know this world. Nukes must be very prevalent. You know.
Yeah.
Because I think in the 80s that's Cold War time, right? That's when that was on everybody's mind.
Definitely.
Yeah. So surprised we didn't see some Russian bad guys. Or something.
I know. Yeah. That would have been wacky and zany.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lady with the shopping cart. He takes her purse, her bag, and it's got a roll of bills in it and a diamond necklace.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So why does a woman that's pushing a cart full of cans have all this in her purse?
Maybe she stole it from someone too. It's like a chain reaction or something. Yeah, it's just like it goes through the next criminal or mugger to the next mugger.
Yeah, I was just waiting for it to keep going.
Funny,
actually,
man, it's just so funny. Those hookers fuck him up too. They like stab him with a stiletto heel in his eye.
Yeah,
fuck, you hookers are relentless.
Yeah. That was funny. I was waiting for it to just go more and more, like the food chain.
Yeah,
get all the way to the top.
I like that scene too when the guys are like, he's like, yeah, take it. He's like, I like this gun, man. He's like, take it. He's like, thanks. He kills him.
Yeah.
Goes to show these bad guys are,
ruthless.
Yeah.
And the lack of police presence.
Right.
All on strike.
Cops are on strike, stupid.
Yeah. There's no law. There's no rules.
Yeah,
that's why they're surprised when Robocop shows up.
Right.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about RoboCop's entrance into the film.
He gets blown up in the car, right? Yeah.
Twice.
Yes. Yeah.
They keep throwing rockets at him.
Yeah.
No, 3 times actually. I think.
My god, really?
Because I think they do it twice and then it explodes again because it must have hit the gas. Or, I don't know, something like that.
And then he still steps out. It's like, all right, cool.
Kathy said something. She said it wasn't real diamonds. Cubic I can't even read that.
Cubic zirconia, yeah.
Zirconia.
Probably.
Oh, that's hilarious.
For a fancy night of pilfering. She's getting dressed up to go collect cans.
Kathy, let us know what you think of Robocop 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know, like, I kind of like that they dropped the wife storyline, but I did like where it was going. Like, it was pretty emotional.
I know. I'm sorry. What are you saying?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it was pretty emotional. Like when he has to, when they basically tell him, like, you think you could ever love her, blah blah blah. So then he has to, basically be like, I don't know who you are, like, forget about me, type thing. And then but he watches her walk off and everything. You could see how, like, I don't know. I thought they were gonna build up to more with her, and then she just never comes back.
Yeah,
and the kid,
right?
He's stalking them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Also, the lawyer. I like that lawyer. Her lawyer, the one that was representing him. He's the principal in Buffy.
Okay.
He ends up getting eaten by a bunch of the kids on one episode, like in the first season.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a wild episode.
What a way to go.
They get like possessed by hyenas or something like that.
God, that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, and I remember like that being such a dark moment in the show. Like they actually really fucking ate the principal. Yeah, he's a goofy actor. I like seeing him in this.
Which do you know where is he on this list?
Yeah, Ken Lerner. There he is, Delaney. Yeah, he looks a lot older in his photo there, but
okay.
Gotcha. He's kind of just like, you want to be really nice to my patient, like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We're very generous being here.
Yeah.
Blah blah.
Yeah,
because they said they were going to sue the city.
Right. Yeah.
Because Robocop was stalking his ex-wife.
Right.
Or current wife. I don't know if they ever technically got divorced.
He's dead. So I guess she's a widow. Yeah.
I don't know. There's somebody opening the car door for her though when she leaves the PlayStation.
I thought that was
one
of the lawyers. Yeah, it was a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I like that too. It is, again, that's one of the flaws of this movie. It just gets dropped and never brought up again. But you're right. I think I brought up in our last when we were live streaming the first one is I like that scene. It's like, do you actually think you could give her the love of a man?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's no,
Yeah, I am a
no, I am
a robot.
a machine. And then again, when they actually interact, he goes, touch me.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, it's cold. They made this to honor him.
Yeah.
I don't know you. And he turns around. It's
Mhm.
like, it's sad.
Yeah,
It's
that was
sad.
a
It's
cold
shit's sad.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Very sad.
that's how like Castaway kind of ends. Tom Hanks gets back, and his wife is like, "I thought you were dead." Like she got a new guy and everything.
The Dead Zone, Christopher Walken.
Mhm.
He gets in the coma, and he wakes up. The chick he was with is married with kids and everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
sad-
tough,
sad
dude.
shit, sad shit,
That's
yeah.
like that's a real fucked up situation.
Sad shit. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, with me, when she was out by her car and the lawyer was out there, and she was crying, and that gave me hope that maybe something could go on. If they'd have left that out and just had him cut it off,
Yeah, it's over.
then it would have been a lot better. I
Good
think.
point. Yeah, good point. It's like, why have that shot when it just doesn't go anywhere? Yeah.
Yeah, I could see there being like some
Yeah.
deleted scenes or planned to be in there.
In the work, one day I hope I get my mitts on this work print because there's more violence. But yeah, like I told you guys, like there's a scene where like he's in the police station. There's chicks showering in the shower. He like kind of turns and you can tell he's kind of just like having an inner conflict as to how to feel about naked women.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There's a
Mhm.
lot of stuff they cut out of it. It seemed like a troubled production. Like they didn't really know like what kind of script they wanted, and yeah, but for it being a troubled production or sounding like being a troubled production, it turned out fairly well.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of sequels.
For RoboCop
Mhm.
2, it kind of seems like almost like a joke, like RoboCop 2, okay, but to me
Yeah, there's some tongue in cheek that makes fun of itself. in there.
exactly, yeah, and I think it just it turned out better because we unfortunately saw what they could do with a really shitty RoboCop sequel, and it's just like this movie's fucking I'll use the age-old reference of Citizen Kane compared to RoboCop 3.
I gotta watch RoboCop 3 now.
Just be careful. Just be careful.
Don't expect much.
Yeah.
Crank down
Um,
those expectations.
I saw the one where he's like on a jetpack and he's just flying through and helping.
interesting
people.
concept. Stupid in the movie. So it's a kids movie, dude. It's a fucking kids movie.
Is it
That's
PG-13 or something?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's straight up fucking kids. You could have rated that PG for Christ's sakes.
Oh,
It's bad.
Crikey.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I was just gonna say,
That's a bummer.
you might want to have some kind of influential substance at your side while watching it. It might make it more fun. I
A
don't
little
know.
bottle of nuke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might want to take some nuke to enjoy it. What does nuke do? Is nuke supposed to? Is it like a stimulant in the sense of like it's like Coke or something? Or
I was thinking like heroin almost.
okay,
but,
okay,
but
that makes sense too.
they're pretty
yeah.
energetic.
Right?
So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Maybe it's like a combination of both.
But the thing of it is, when he was in the trailer and he gave him that new one to try,
Mhm.
and he's locked up, it
Mhm.
didn't last long.
True.
He
No,
had
yeah.
turned around and he had been
He's
talking
fine.
normally.
Yeah. Maybe it's because he took so a low dosage of. I don't know. That's a good point.
I don't know.
We didn't talk about the bust. This is a bust.
Oh, yeah.
You guys like that scene?
I love
that's pretty
that.
cool.
I like the trick shot he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
that
is
was
pretty
really cool.
fucking cool.
Yep.
He's like,
He's
oh,
like
no,
calculating it.
we wouldn't want that. The fuckers are about
Yeah.
to shoot a baby for Christ's sakes. And yeah, just ting.
I love that there's babies even in there.
I
It's
know.
like all the like immigrant ladies or whatever.
Again, it just goes
Bring
to
their
show
kids
this
to
place.
work.
This is such an awful world.
Yeah, you're in a drug lab
And
and,
it's-
there's
and it's
multiple
great.
babies.
It's
It's
an
not even just
awful-
one.
It's an awful, horrible, disgusting world, and it's great.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
just so fucking
So did
fantastic.
Nancy Allen know him well enough to know to catch the baby, or did she catch it just by accident?
She is right on that. I don't know. That's a good question.
She probably did know.
I guess.
did,
Yeah.
Because she watched him, or I don't know if she was there when he shot through the skirt in the first movie and killed the guy
I
that was
mean,
holding her
they
hostage.
do the target practice with the baby food and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, he'll get him.
She caught that baby fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a great trick shot.
RoboCop locked those two guys in a freezer or something, and then
Yeah.
his partner came along and opened the door and just started blasting those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Well, she got one and then the other guy started shooting. So she
Yeah.
just popped him. And I think the other guy shot the guy in front of her. So like killed his own partner guy, basically. Yeah, that was funny. He just locked him in the freezer as he's like busting in. It was somehow like very it was like a really good, what's it called? Like when he sneaks in, but also not, because he just walks in and says, "This is a bust."
Yeah.
Like it's like he half Metal Gear Solid, but then he just is like, I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna shoot
Right,
me or anything
right,
or kill
yeah,
me.
right.
Basically invulnerable in this movie,
Yeah,
except
Yeah.
when they get to the joints and like jackhammer them apart.
right.
Time at the joints.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I like that when it's like first person.
Mhm.
That's cool.
yeah, him getting torn up.
Yeah.
He's like chiseling. He's like, I'm tired.
I like
Right.
what does the kid say? He's like they say he's got a brain. I want to see it.
Yeah.
This is something like that.
Yeah, gnarly. I wonder why they even threw it back to the cops. Flew him back to the cops to
Yeah,
set,
I'm
a,
I
surprised-
think
set an
it's
example.
like a threat, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
or
A
like
message.
a message.
Yeah, like a mafia type thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't just flat out kill him.
I know.
Yeah.
I guess they're just. I don't know. They got it like a gang war with the cops. I guess kind of. I don't know.
They had incentive to keep him on strike and all that.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's one thing. It was kind of cool. They followed through on that because they talk about it in the first movie. Like, we should go on strike, and then in this one they are on strike.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. They follow through on that.
Mhm.
I like when they were carrying him after he reset himself
Mhm.
and he told him to set him down.
Mhm.
And then he gets up and one of them says, "What's on your mind, Robo?" or
Mhm.
something like that.
He's got a
Kane.
yes.
Kane.
That's a good line.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, they drop all their pickets and even like step on them as they're carrying them.
Right,
It's,
yeah.
It's like they value his life more,
Yes.
even though they're pissed at him when he's crossing the picket line and all that stuff too. So
Right, yeah.
conflict amongst the cops.
Yeah.
I liked too when the kid is talking to the mayor and he's like basically trying to say, don't come down on us for doing nuke and we'll make it cheaper and safer. It made me think of like the war on drugs basically argument.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so.
Like the take the Amsterdam route where you just basically make it legal and then it can be controlled and all that stuff.
Right.
I was like, this kid's ahead of his
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a smart little fucker.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
One thing,
12-year-old.
this is a little off topic. I like how like they keep nuking like these cassette tape holders.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
They
that
pop
was
them
kind of
open.
neat. Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
little nice design to it.
Well, and
And
the
that-
actual
they-
vials themselves are almost like an eyedropper. in a
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Yeah, I like that. I thought it was
They
kind of.
remind me of those old juice pouches from like the 90s or whatever.
Oh, the
2000s.
Kool-Aid. Was it the Kool-Aid jammers or whatever the hell
Yeah, I
it
think so,
was?
maybe.
Or
And you just
Kool-Aid. Those, yeah, I know exactly
Mhm.
what you're talking about.
It was funny. I was watching like in the lab or whatever. It's like a mechanical arm loading them in, and it's doing one at a time. I was like,
Oh,
this
that's
is so
hilarious.
inefficient.
That's hilarious.
Watch how it's made, and they'll do the whole thing at once.
Exactly. Gotta up that production.
Yeah, Kane. He's got some good ideas, but the execution really needs some work.
Yeah.
Well, he gets executed. So, well,
True.
sort of.
Yeah.
How does he? I can't remember. How does he get on life support?
I think in the crash with the truck when they're,
Robo goes through it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the end of all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robocop's like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Kane didn't stand a chance.
No.
I mean, nobody does.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Except maybe for RoboCop 2.
yeah. Well, he took advantage of RoboCop too because
Yeah.
he can't reach
that
behind his head.
Exactly. He got that weakness. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I did like the way he like punches in.
Dude, it's cool. Yeah, I
Yanks it
love
out.
tearing out the brain. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah.
There we go. There he is. I like that marking he has. I think that's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
What? How does that happen?
Like
Is it when they're
RoboCop 2 like has like a little flamethrower or something and carves that into him or something. I want to say
he's like coming down and he.
It's a
is it like
welding. It's
yeah,
welding
like a
flame.
blowtorch
Mhm.
kind of thing. Yeah,
That scene when he's doing it, I think they filmed that all like on a miniature set.
I think so.
It was pretty impressive.
It is,
watching
yeah.
the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
how they did it all.
Yeah, again, like kind of the last of that era.
Yeah,
Like you
Good
really
practical effects.
really didn't see much of this going into the 90s. So I
Well,
I
yeah.
applaud it for that.
I think everybody thought like CGI was the new wave and it was just gonna look so good. And I think by the time you get to like 2000s, they kind of realize
Well, even
they sorta
dude,
hit a
there's still
limitation.
some bad. Like, okay, of course, there's the Terminator 2s, the Jurassic Parks, great CGI to this day.
Terminator 2. Yeah, I was just watching that.
Yeah,
Really
but there's still a lot of bad CGI and a
Abyss.
lot of yeah, that's a good one. But like, there's bad CGI in a lot of 90s movies, include of course 2000s movies as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think sometimes they just got a little overzealous with it, and
Mhm.
just like, it was the new thing. Everyone was so excited about it, but
Right.
a lot of that shit does not. Again, Small Soldiers.
Mhm.
That's one thing I don't like when people say like, oh, HD really shows a lot of flaws. Like these 4Ks show so many flaws. We saw the Small Soldiers film print of the trailer. That CGI did not look good on that film
Yeah.
print.
even on 35 millimeter.
Yeah, it did not hold up very well. Again, Gremlins holds up great because they're puppets. That's all.
Small
subject,
Soldiers
but
is all CGI. All the puppets.
not all of it,
'Cause
but
I
there's
thought
a
it was
lot of
some-
you're right. There are some like actual animatronics, but there's a lot of CGI too.
Yeah, like
And
the
it just did not look good.
Looney Tunes looking probably like when he's spinning around. the whole thing
Right. Yeah. That's dude. Okay. That was the weird thing about the trailer. They only showed the Commando Elite. There were no Gorgonites in that fucking trailer.
was- Oh,
I know. Isn't that
Hmm.
weird?
I think they're both equally impactful.
No, I think the studio is just like, we're going to
Fuck
sell
the Gorgonites.
Yeah. We're going to sell the toys off of these Commando Elites. There were no references to like the Gorgonites
I
at
had
all.
both toys as a kid. The
I,
Gorgonites.
dude,
and the
I always
Elites.
wanted them, but I was just too preoccupied with my Star Wars and Jurassic Park toys and whatnot. Didn't have time for
Small Soldiers, baby.
They were cool though. I wish I had them.
I didn't have any RoboCop toys though.
Me neither. I
Yeah.
think RoboCop was a little past our time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Probably
probably.
toy wise at least, like
Mhm.
late 90s.
Yeah, I bet
early
my
two-
brothers had like Ed 209 or something.
Yeah, because late 90s, early 2000s, there was nothing going on with RoboCop. So
Mhm.
yeah, no toys for us.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I'd get one now though.
yeah, like NECA's putting out the RoboCop and ED 209, and dude, it'd be so cool if they put out RoboCop 2.
2.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd be sick.
and a RoboCop from this one with like the blue hue on them. I think that would look cool too. I'm probably not gonna buy it. I would like to buy it, but I'm gonna try to be responsible and not buy it. Spend all my money on toys. But yeah.
Nice.
Well, Mark, what would you rate RoboCop 2?
4.25.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
4.25. Nice.
Yep, 4.25. It was a great sequel. You basically you could put them on back to back and they're almost seamless. And all the originals are back. The good guys, and good storyline. I liked RoboCop 2, the actual
Robot.
Bad guy. Yeah.
actual bad guy. They did almost everything good. It's got holes here and there, but what are you gonna do?
We still have a lot of good violence too in this one. A lot of squibs.
We do.
going on.
Yes, we do. Not as much as the unrated first version,
Mhm.
but it's still, it earns its R rating.
Mhm.
Yeah. I respect it for that.
I liked that he locked those two guys in the freezer.
Mhm.
Because that, I don't know. I don't want to say gave him any kind of humanity, but
Maybe
He-
strategy.
right, he didn't need to do anything bad to them.
Yeah.
So he just got them out of the way instead of just roasting them and going on.
Yeah.
So
Plus, it allowed him to get further in without alerting everybody
Right.
right,
until he does. But he's a law-abiding cop.
most part. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Ian, what would you rate RoboCop 2?
I just echo everything Mark said, but I don't do the fractions. I'll just put out a 4.
Okay.
I don't know why I don't do the fractions. I think I'm just too simple for that. Yeah, it's a step because I stand by my 5 for RoboCop, but I do acknowledge it is a step down. There are flaws. But having said that, I agree with Mark. It's a great sequel. I think it's a little underrated. I don't think a lot of people really, at least, not talked about as much as RoboCop, and understandably so. RoboCop is a fantastic film. This again does have issues, but for it being a sequel, because a lot of the time, sequels can be a real big step down.
Right.
Like, I've never seen Speed 2, but I hear that's pretty bad. Caddyshack 2 is fucking awful.
Don't.
Terminator
going.
2 is good.
The Terminator
2,
again, you got
that's
those
a rare
instances.
one. Yeah.
But see, everyone talks about Terminator 2. This I feel does not, and it's no Terminator 2. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's as good as Terminator 2. I'm not going to do that. But I think it is plus all it sounds like they had trouble behind the scenes for it to come out like this. I give them props for. So yeah, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. I really like RoboCop 2. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Rome, what do you give RoboCop 2?
I think I land on a 3.5. I definitely, I think you guys gave a pretty good representation of it. It's good. It's a good film, but it has its flaws. I just thought maybe there was a little confusing with all the storylines. It felt like maybe there's a lot of voices in that writing room or whatever, like do this, do
Yeah.
this. But still, I like the characters. I like the main characters. I actually liked Peter Weller a lot more in this one than I did in the first one.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know, as RoboCop. In the first one, he's like, I don't know, he's just RoboCop. He's like more straight laced, but in this one, you know, you get to see a little more personality from him, which is
Right.
kind of nice, and the humor and all that stuff. Like the 12-year-old kid. I didn't really care for Kane as much as, you know, Clarence and I forget his name, but the big OCP exec from the first one. I did like the old man's expanded role.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. And the ending, you know, it calls back to the first one, how it just ends basically.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I don't know, like something about it. I was just sort of almost bored in the middle. You
Mhm.
know, I was kind of like thinking it's a little slow for me, but
Yeah. I can see that.
again, I think it kind of just goes back to like a lot of the stuff I liked about the first movie wasn't actually that related to RoboCop himself, but more everything else that was going on.
Mhm.
So there was still a lot of that in this one, which is why I still liked it, you know. But yeah, I would definitely say, you know, 3.5 for me.
Nice.
Like I'll probably rewatch it sometime, but it wouldn't be at the top of my list
Yeah.
for sequels and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I just watched Jeepers Creepers 2, and I told you about this, Mark.
Mhm.
I thought that was such an awful sequel.
So had you
I
seen it
liked
before?
it.
Yeah, it's before.
I've never seen any Jeepers. I just know
About the
I know
the
about
director.
I know about the director, and I know
He's a
about
pederast.
I know the plot of the first one. I know the plot. I think of the second. I just know that the creeper is a legitimate creeper in the second one. He's like licking
Yeah, he is.
bus windows, looking at guys in their underpants or whatever the hell, and it's
yeah,
like
he's creeping, which is creepier when you learn about the director being a pederast.
yeah.
But I just bring that up because, you know, I think it's really easy to take a good movie, because I thought Jeepers Creepers was good. It's no RoboCop, but it's good. And then take a sequel and really just mess everything up, you know? So RoboCop 2, good job not doing that.
Yeah. Hey, Mark,
Save it for RoboCop 3.
you know, you
everything
said you like Jeepers Creepers too. I like a lot of shitty sequels as well that, you know, everyone else is like, that's horrible. So I feel, I get where you're coming from.
Well, I told Roman yesterday that it kind of gave me, the first one gave me the Alien vibe, and then the second one gave me the Aliens vibe.
In regards
you
to
know?
Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
Okay.
comparison too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can see where you're coming from too. You know, I mean, there is a lot of creeper, and I don't know. There's not a lot scary about it. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's not suspense
dark
as much.
right? Yeah, that kind of thing.
But yeah, point being, it's just really
it's a
easy to fuck
survival
up a
movie,
sequel.
basically.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers 2, yeah. So
there's got to be another one, right? Like
of good sequels or bad sequels?
bad.
Oh, there's probably a million.
Yeah,
You
I just can't think of them.
throw a dart at a board of movies that have
Yeah,
sequels.
I don't know if I'm just limiting myself to like second ones, you know, like twos.
I don't know very many movie series that go on past like a fourth sequel that
Right.
have good sequels.
Exactly.
You know?
Tremors.
I guess you could say Friday the 13th in certain aspects.
Yeah, right.
Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe.
Mhm.
Halloween, maybe.
Yeah, I mean those
It's
are
tough.
all kind of
It's-
similar
it's
to
tough.
slashers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to
Yeah,
do it with certain things.
Exactly.
Yeah, RoboCop has friggin' 4 or 5 movies and an animated series and
Yeah.
all this stuff. So.
I mean, slasher. What, you got a bad guy? You got a shower scene.
Yeah,
you're
right.
pretty much
bada,
covered.
bada bing, bada boom. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, but sorry to derail with Jeepers Creepers talk.
Sorry as well.
I give it a 3.5. RoboCop 2.
Nice.
What do you think, Carlos?
I think I'm about same as you, Rome. I got to give it a 3.5. It doesn't have as heavy of a writing as the first one. The first one's almost a perfect film. But they try to keep up with this one. Great to see the returning actors. Great to see more violence. RoboCop is blasting everybody. Cool final bad guy, RoboCop 2.
It's just so funny to me. He's RoboCop 2.
Exactly. It's just, yeah.
He came up with a different name. He's just
Yeah.
RoboCop.
They're just
2.
so lazy.
Yeah.
RoboCop.
Maybe it's Ed 210.
There you
Yeah,
go.
209.
Yeah.
Could've
Yeah.
been.
There you go.
They were trying to explore some themes, like when they're in the boardroom trying to figure out if RoboCop should be environmentally friendly and stuff. That was kind of interesting, but it didn't hit as hard as the first film. Making OCP like Nazis was kind of cool to see. But overall, you know, it wasn't as spot on as the first RoboCop. Still fun. Fine sequel. And now I'm gonna go watch RoboCop 3,
Oh,
and
boy.
and maybe my rating will change for RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
It'll look a lot better.
Yeah, I might like it a little bit better.
Do you think Mark and I like talking about how much we like this? Do you think it lived up to that? Do you think we overhyped it or
No,
Okay,
not at
good.
all. Yeah,
Not at all, because I think
Okay.
it has a pretty bad reputation. Like when I was looking
Yeah.
up stuff on RoboCop 2,
I-
people are like, terrible movie.
Yeah, I don't think
silly,
it's got.
blah, blah, blah.
It's probably got like a really bad rating on like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. I'm sure.
Yeah, but
I was ready to be almost annoyed
Yeah,
with the
5.8,
kids.
29%. No,
Oh, dang.
I disagree.
yeah.
I was ready to be disappointed by the kids, but I thought that they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I believed it. I believed him machine gunning everybody. I believed him smack talking people and
Right.
smacking hose around and stuff. I thought he
Literally.
worked really well. And then the
Yeah.
kids stealing a bunch of stuff from the store. It
Yeah,
was actually fun.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, basically, the town's out of control.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the coach is using the kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Old
Such
Detroit
yeah,
has, like,
a
kids.
little league like crime ring, like
In their uniforms.
yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, almost like the baseball Furies or something. It's so
Yeah, they
funny.
were the baseball Furies
so fucking
10 years before.
Yeah, it's so funny.
did you happen to know? Did you read why they were rating it so low? Was it the silliness? Was it the violence?
Yeah,
was
that's-
it using kids? And
It was mostly what I saw, just that it was disjointed and stuff like that.
It was probably because RoboCop has no character development either.
I think
That's,
so.
that's another
you
thing
know,
that
but
downgrades it for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it helped when they did his.
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
his personality.
Right,
a little bit.
yeah.
I
That
could see
helped.
I
Yeah.
could see that being like to keep the baseball going, a swing and a miss, you know, like if someone thought that wasn't funny, that would kind of just be like silly. Like
yeah,
it's just 10 minutes of
It
him
probably
like
doesn't
walking
work.
around like
yeah, I could see that not
know,
working for everyone.
if you score that to tiptoe through the tulips or something like that, you know, it was just
Right.
goofy, you know. But they didn't. So, you know, it worked for me personally.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it was funny. This movie was a lot more loose, I thought, you know.
Right.
Little more humor to it.
Yeah,
A fine sequel. It was fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
So you said
Like it.
3.5?
3.5 for me.
It's a pretty good rating overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Yeah, I agree. You know?
Do we know what we're watching next week?
No.
Yeah, we don't really. I don't
No.
think we've
I was
really-
saying,
What's
you know,
coming
we're-
up at the end of July, early
Um,
August? What anniversaries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know.
Ian, you're the anniversary guy.
There was Men in Black. Fifth Element. I still haven't seen that all the way through.
Love Fifth Element.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, next weekend is our 1-year anniversary of this channel.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
for real?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
What's the first one we reviewed?
Commando,
Was it Commando?
right? Yeah.
Let's revisit Commando. No, I'm just kidding.
Should we do another
Commando
Schwarzenegger?
2?
Yeah, we'll make our own Commando 2.
We should do another Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We've been talking a lot about Total Recall.
Right.
Of course, you have Batman and Robin, where he's Iceman.
That's actually an anniversary.
Oh, really?
Came out in 97.
No.
Yeah.
Is that the Tim Burton
I'm
one?
just kidding.
No, it's
Oh.
Joel Schumacher. It was in that same line of. It started out with Tim Burton, but they
Mm.
got rid of him.
Oh,
Tim Burton's the
dark.
one with the penguin, right?
That and
The
the Jack
first two.
Jack Nicholson
Okay.
Joker. Yeah.
Okay.
I like those.
what's another good Schwarzenegger?
I remember liking End of Days. I want to
Mm.
rewatch that. I haven't seen it.
We could do Terminator 2. Or one.
Ooh.
Or one.
Some people like one more.
I'm
I can see
I'm
it.
like I'm leaning into that.
I obsessed
As
over
time-
number 2.
I did too, and I think that might be why as I've gone on, I've kind of warmed up way more towards the first one. I think I just maybe watched it too much the second one too much as a kid,
Right.
Because I had the second one on DVD. I never had the first one on DVD
Mhm.
growing up, so it was easier to watch the second one for me.
I've definitely seen the second one more myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, those are two titles for me that the first one is Alien, the second one's Aliens.
Yes, yeah. Although both, the funny thing about Alien and Aliens and Terminator 2, that they're almost like the same. It's like they're remaking. Like Aliens is almost kind of remaking Alien, and Terminator 2 is almost remaking Alien in many ways because they follow the same kind of plot. Both of them, both movies, they both have James Cameron involvement.
We could do Pumping Iron.
I want to. I've never seen. I remember watching The Sixth Day one time, like on TV.
Mhm.
I think you guys
wanna-
talked about that one
I
time.
want to
yeah.
rewatch it.
Eraser's not bad.
Oh, I like
It's-
Eraser.
yeah.
Eraser's cool. It's not great, but it's fun.
Hmm.
In the
So
face.
we've all seen
No.
Total Recall.
Conan the
which is a favorite.
Barbarian.
We've all seen the Terminators. Oh,
Predator.
Predator. That's the anniversary.
Oh,
I think I even compared Predator to RoboCop
I
because they
think
came
you
out the
did.
same year,
Yes,
and I
same
said I'd
summer.
watch Predator.
What an
over-
awesome summer that must have been.
Yeah, I love Predator, man.
Have you
Predator's
guys seen
fucking-
Twins?
Yeah, I like Twins.
Twins is fun.
I haven't seen it in forever, but I like it.
Yeah.
True Lies. That's a great one.
Mhm.
True Lies is a good one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's got a
No,
lot of good movies. There's some actress acting that he farted in her face on the set of End of Days. She just came out and said that. Did you read
I
that?
saw that.
That's hilarious.
God.
The Governator
Could
farting
you,
in your
could you,
face.
could you imagine? Oh my God. I like to hear his reactions. Like, yeah, so what? I farted in the face. Come on.
He did what to her
He
face?
farted it in her fucking face.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess it was like he had to like be like, I guess he was fighting her and they were like in between shots and his ass was right in her face. He just farted right in her fucking face.
Hey, shit happens.
Yeah, literally. Maybe it happened that time too.
Yeah.
You know what we could do too, since it's the 1 year anniversary. We could go back through. You guys could go back through and maybe change your ratings.
Okay.
On something.
There's a
That'd be
couple I
interesting.
think I'd change,
Update.
definitely.
I think maybe a few I might change. Probably not a lot. I try to stick by my rating, but that's a good idea.
The only
Maybe-
one I would change is Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, that's one I would change. That I
Likewise,
think
yeah.
I
think all of us.
I changed my first. I might bump First Blood up to a 5.
Mm,
Some Warriors
Ooh.
maybe actually too.
Ooh.
I
yeah.
don't know, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to give too many 5s, but they're fucking
Yeah.
great movies. Like,
Yeah. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't have to be a perfect movie to be a 5.
I
you know?
agree.
just have to
Like that
really
was
enjoy
kind
it.
of my thing with like RoboCop. It's just so close to being a perfect movie. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a 5.
Yeah.
Who cares?
You
I
wanna do
will
Prey?
argue that we should, for our Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, we should do Predator because
Okay,
Prey is going to be
Prey's-
coming out on
yeah.
Hulu
Okay.
soon,
That sounds good. to
which
me.
is the newest Predator.
I'm interested in seeing Prey. I know that The Predator was really bad.
Oh, I saw that in the theater.
Shane
dude.
Black.
That was
Yeah,
so
that one was bad.
disappointing, man.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I saw
Thank
clips
God.
of it and
Did
I was
you
just
see
like,
the Predator?
That's the one with the big nose.
It was the one where like it had a kid who was like kind of on the spectrum. And
I think,
I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh man, I did not.
Yeah, I
like
watched
that.
it.
I was not a fan. What did you think?
Eh,
Okay.
if I never see it again, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I actually go out of my
I
way
do
not to
like the
watch it.
one where they're dropping all the bad guys onto their-
Predators. I haven't seen that since the theater.
That
I
one
remember
was
just-
fun.
I like
With
that.
Jason Brody.
Yes, that's
or
what I was
Adrian-
talking about
Adrian-
with the big nose.
Oh,
Sorry.
Adrian Brody. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Adrian
that's hilarious.
Mhm, that's
Hilarious.
This one, Prey, looks good though because it's done by director Dan Trachtenberg, and he did Cloverfield Lane.
Still haven't seen
Mhm.
that.
That's a good one.
Someone was comparing Nope to Cloverfield Lane.
Oh.
Someone I was reading last night.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen Cloverfield Lane, so I have no idea.
yeah, I'm down for Predator.
Yeah, because
I
you've
could watch
been
Predator any damn time.
Predator,
Yeah.
come on, it's
I
Predator.
actually have a Predator shirt. I could finally do
yeah,
some
exactly.
branding
There we go.
because
Yeah.
I don't own much toys and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that's not true. I have some.
Why don't
Predator.
you wear the same breeches?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
They're green. Oh, they don't really. Oh, do they?
They
kinda
kind of.
cute.
Yeah, they're kind of
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. He's getting enveloped by the background.
Robocop.
That's hilarious.
Let's do Predator for our anniversary.
That's hell yeah.
Cool.
That'd be
That's
sick.
it's
And
good
that's good for Commando. and,
exactly
you know,
because
yeah.
he did. It's only a 2-year difference, so
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Oh, hell
definitely in the
yeah.
same.
And I'd be
vein
down to follow it up with Prey. It's on Hulu, so it's real easy for me to see.
of- Okay,
Heck yeah.
when is
It's
it? It
released
said
on
it came out
Hulu.
in August.
It's supposed to come out,
Prey.
yeah, August
Yeah,
something.
Prey is August 5th.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yeah. It always makes me a little wary when movies come out straight to streaming, but you know,
Yeah.
sometimes they're good.
Sometimes they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
you
just
know,
a new medium,
right.
you know. Probably reach just as wide of an audience as a theater
Yeah.
release.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, on Hulu or Netflix, everybody's got those.
Right. I just, to me, they haven't made a good Predator movie since the second one, so I'm hesitant. But if you guys want to talk about it, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I might watch Predator 2 because you recommended that one for your underrated
It's
sequel.
Great.
I might watch that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Cool. Predator, man.
Predator.
That's fun.
Predator.
That'll be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well, should we wrap this one up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get this episode out.
Thanks
End our
for
broadcast.
Keep it before.
Yeah. Thank you
it's
for
2
everyone that
hours.
watched. Kathy, thank you for commenting.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listening to us talk about Robocop 2.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And right before this, we reviewed Nope, so expect that one to be out soon.
Nice.
A very good film.
Yep.
All right, guys. Until next time, signing off.